All right, we have the first guy going to the White House who is a vocal critic of the Federal Reserve. Now, we've had politicians who question Fed moves, but Donald Trump has gone so far in the campaign some to muse out loud, do we even need a Federal Reserve? Former Philadelphia Federal Reserve President Charles Plosser on whether there could be some conflicts brewing, and that is even after this presumed rate hike later today. By the way, real quick, will they raise rates?
Oh, I think they will. It would be actually very bad if they didn't. But at this point,
and cycle other rate hikes to come.
They will suggest that, but they'll be patient.
Okay. Very nice. Even out of office, I mean, well handled. Now, you've heard the criticism. We were just chatting about it during the break. Wait a minute. We don't need a Fed. You know, they're a little overtly political. What do you think? Well,
I don't think the Fed is overtly political. It tries hard not to be. Obviously, they're creatures of Congress, but at
you're
the same time,
aware, right? When you make a move.
How can you not be?
Right.
How can you not be?
Do you buy the argument, though, that whether it was politically motivated or not? And I don't think it was. I mean, I'd see right or left. When you guys get in that job, you do look out for the greater good. I'm not just blowing you smoke. But you kept rates near zero throughout this cycle, and the quick Republican response was, well, you benefited. The Democrats, you say?
Yeah, well, I say, no, that's not the way the Fed thinks about it. I obviously disagreed with some of that.
Absolutely, I remember.
But it wasn't for political reasons.
Right.
It wasn't because I thought it was the wrong decision for the economy.
That we could be creating a new bubble.
Yeah, we could create more problems. The unintended consequences could be very difficult. And we haven't got a resolution to that yet. We're still waiting to shrink the balance sheet, raise rates, move back to normality in some
whatever
sense.
That is.
Whatever that is.
Do you think, though, Charles, when you look at rates where they are now, let's say they start moving up a little bit if we get to 0.6, 0.7 on Fed funds and get to an equilibrium that I guess would be 3, 3.5, who knows, that the markets are going to tank on that. Do you have to be aware of the market fallout from that?
Well,
because these near zero rates have given us the 8-year-long bull market we've seen.
Well, it's certainly clear the Fed is nervous about that. And worried and that's why they keep saying we're only going to do this gradually. But if market rates, as they have done for the last, since the election, gone up 50, 75
they're behind
basis,
the curve.
They're behind the curve. And the Fed will then find itself in a position not where it's forcing interest rates up, it's chasing them up. And that would be a very bad spot. So they are now faced
you can't win for moving or not moving.
Exactly. You've got to worry that their claims that they want to be patient as they move rates up, if market rates keep going up ahead of them, they can't afford to be patient after that. So they're going to be in an awkward spot here for a while till we get a better sense of how policies under the new administration are actually going to play out, what kind of policies, how they'll affect the economy. Do
you think when they make a statement, though, when they look at the dynamics going on and how the markets have performed post the election of Donald Trump, they weigh that into a statement, or what Janet Yellen, when she answers questions today, that comes up about the Trump play, the notion economic activity is going to pick up, and we have to address that.
Well, they'll worry about it, but they'll try to be very even-handed about it in the following sense. They'll say, look, we are aware that it's a new administration. They've got different ideas about how fiscal policy ought to evolve in the coming years. We don't know exactly how that's going to be, so we're going to be watchfully and waiting to see how that plays out. I mean, I think there are two different kind of fiscal policies we could get from this administration or from the Clinton administration if that was the case.
Right.
And that is there going to be a lot of government spending of the traditional Keynesian demand stimulus style, or is it going to be the kind of fiscal policy that enhances productivity, enhances the ability of the economy to
boost? What does the Fed collectively think? I know you're a different beast here, but I mean, the highest respect, that tax cuts, that even when you hear Mitch McConnell say that they should be revenue neutral, do you support that view, or the view of other Republicans, for example, say, well, dynamic accounting says, yeah, you're going to have worse deficits in the near term, but you'll get all this revenue, and so you grade them differently.
Right. Well, I would grade them a little differently. I would say that what I would look for, what I think the right policies should be, would be policies, whether it be tax cuts or rollbacks in the regulatory infrastructure that has grown so enormously. Okay. Those types of things will help encourage productivity. That's what we need.